Legend has it that it all started in the 1840s around Macon, Georgia. A man by the name of Alabama Vest had an idea. Maybe it was based on the gourd mirlitons he had heard about used in Africa, or maybe he was looking for an improvement on the old wax paper and comb that was popular in the day. But Alabama, who lived in Georgia, had a plan for the new instrument. He drew it out and brought it to a local clockmaker, Thaddeus Von Clegg, who took one look at his plans and got to work. That little tin device that they created would take the world by storm. You probably have one in your house. There are millions around, and its past is as colorful as its probable future. This is a brief history of the kazoo. The story goes that Alabama and Thaddeus first showed off their device at the 1852 Georgia State Fair. Back then, they called it the Down South Submarine, and slowly it started catching on. It was easy to hear over a banjo and cheaper than a horn section, and soon it became a staple of jug bands as well as early blues and jazz groups. Children's clubs and men's associations realized the ease at which they could learn the instrument and soon formed bands. By the late 1800s, the small metal mirliton, now called the kazoo, was regularly played at musical performances and community parades from Washington, D.C. to Honolulu, Hawaii. When World War I hit in 1917, Americans banded together to support the troops. Individuals and organizations sent care packages overseas. Red Cross records show their shipments included 8 pianos and 463 other musical instruments. It's safe to assume that kazoos were included. In the 1960s and 70s, the kazoo was embraced by the flourishing rock scene. Groups such as the Beatles, Pink Floyd, the Kinks, and others featured kazoo solos in some of their hit records. In its 150 years in existence, the kazoo hasn't slowed down, and neither have the innovations. Kazoos come in as many materials as they do colors: wood, plastic, brass, bamboo, and now electric kazoos are taking the world by storm. We can only guess where this expressive but humble instrument will be in another 150 years. Here's to you, kazoo, for keeping America humming.